Hi there, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the FDU Women's Soccer Report here on FDUnites.com. We are at the main entrance of the FDU campus here in Teaneck. Jon Lauder, along with the head coach of the FDU Women's Soccer team, Eric Teepe. Coach, how are you?
Doing good, John.
No reason why you shouldn't be at this point. 5 straight wins, 9-3 now on the season, second most wins in program history, and an impressive come-from-behind win against LIU Brooklyn. You also got the win in your first NEC match on the road against Mount St. Mary's. Let's get some thoughts on those two matches and the wins that your team got to start NEC play.
Well, I mean, they were obviously two different matches, just how they played out. Mount St. Mary's, like we expected, was going to come out hard. We scored early, which was good, but then I think they put us under a little bit of pressure. Obviously gave up 2 PKs, which is something that we don't want to do very often, but Felicia was able to come up with 2 big saves, and that allowed us to kind of pull away at the end. Then we come back Sunday, and LIU came out really flying, running at us pretty hard the first 20 minutes, 25 minutes. They go up a goal, and I think this is where it showed our character of our team. We were able to adjust, and really in the second half, we really controlled play a lot. I mean, I think we outshot them 15-0 after we scored the first goal. So we really put them under a lot of pressure. I mean, lucky to score in the last 12 seconds, but I don't think necessarily lucky to win. I think we put a lot of chances on goal. I think we were unlucky not to get goals earlier. So hopefully we don't do that and wait till the last 12 seconds again.
Now, break down that last play with Rachel scoring with 12 seconds left. You've got Connie Lewis on the near side, if you're in the press box, crosses it. Esther Rochon was there. It goes through everyone, and Rachel just happens to be in the right place at the right time. What was going through your head as that play was sort of developing in the last 15, 20 seconds?
Well, actually, it even goes a step before that. They had a chance to break out, and they played the ball behind one of their players, and we could have very easily just kind of jogged to the ball, and we quickly got to the ball, quick restart, threw it in over the defender, where Connie was then able to serve it into Carly, who got a piece of it, and Rachel obviously doing a good job following up, which is what we work on a lot, and she gets what seems to be an easy tap in, but at the same time you have to be there to make it happen. So a lot of it was just our mindset that we just kept running and running and running, and this is where our fitness is coming into play, and it helps you win these games in the end.
What do you think was the biggest difference in that LIU Brooklyn game between the first and the second half?
I think we kind of were a little bit passive to start. I think and mentally we were thinking, well, we played a game on Friday, they didn't, and sometimes you just get into that little bit of woe's me type attitude, and I think the goal woke us up. I think at the goal, we got a little ticked off at ourselves and said, okay, you know what? If we're going to lose, we're going to lose going down playing. And I think that was probably the biggest part of it. The girls have confidence in themselves, which they should. But at the same time, in conference games, you have to step on the field and compete every single game. And I think we didn't compete at first. And then I think after the goal, we competed hard the rest of the game. And I think that's what really carried us.
Would you consider fatigue to be a potential factor in that first half? The Friday-Sunday has always been, I think, an issue for teams having to play 2 games so close together.
No, I think it was more mental than physical. I don't think there was any physical part that we were worn down. I think if that was the case, we would not have been able to really push as hard as we did for the last 60, 65 minutes of the game. I think it was just a mental thing, a block that we're still trying to get over. In the past, they've struggled in weekend games on the second game, and I think that's still a little bit in the back of the head, which hopefully now that's behind us.
Now, I know you don't like to talk too much about individual players, but I have to mention Rachel Hoekstra with 10 goals now this season. That's already the most in program history, and you still have a lot of games left to go. What is her return to this front line meant offensively for your squad after not being on the team last season due to injury?
Well, I mean, we talked about this earlier, the fact that when Rachel's on the field and Connie and Carly, it gives us 3 different looks. And I think, all of our players are getting chances because in each game, if they key on one thing, they go to another. That being said, Rachel's doing a great job right now creating chances and being aggressive going to goal. And, we need her to be that way. We want to get chances to goal because I think it opens up game around us. So it's a huge positive. I mean, obviously, anytime you add a talent to that, onto the field, it makes a difference in what you do. But at the same time, a lot of it is also what other players are doing as well. I mean, what we've been speaking about all the awards that we're getting, and it's something that it's because of the team that we get these things. It's not because of that one player. And I think as long as we keep with that mindset, we should be able to keep having some success.
Now, 2 more conference games coming up. CCSU on the road on Friday, then on Sunday, home for Robert Morris, a doubleheader. Men's soccer at home as well on Sunday. Some thoughts on those 2 matchups?
Well, again, I mean, I've watched CCSU a lot, and they're a good team. And I know they had some unfortunate breaks this weekend. But by no means do we think that they're a team that is like 0-1-1 and is going to be at the bottom. I mean, I think they're one of the top teams in the conference, and our mindset is that this is going to be one battle for us, and we have to find a way to go out there and get a result. And if we can do that on the road, again, that's what we talk about. Let's protect our home field by winning on our home field, and let's go out and get results on the road. Because it's always difficult to get any points on the road in conference, and for us it's a challenge, and I think again it's a statement for us. I mean, obviously, now that we've been ranked, I think that means more teams are going to be looking at us as like a statement game, so we have to be even more prepared for that. And if that means anything to us as a team, we have to go out and win these games this weekend.
And how much does having an experienced team help you guys to not get too far ahead and to focus game by game? Because obviously it's been a great start, but there's still a lot of season left to go.
It definitely helps. I mean, I think if we were not in the conference tournament last year, I think the players would be so excited about that, but their goals are so much higher. And, I mean, to get those goals, we still have to get into the top 4. And we know that's going to be a battle all the way through. Our conference is so balanced, and on any given day, anything can happen with these teams, and that's already showing out. So for us, it's getting our players' mindset and just taking it one game at a time. And, I know we have Robert Morris on Sunday, and by no means are we overlooking them. But our mindset right now is on Central. And then once that game ends, then our mindset will be on Robert Morris. And I think that's the way we have to approach each and every week.
Coach, as always, thank you so much, and good luck this weekend.
Thanks, appreciate it.
So going over the schedule quickly, on the road for CCSU, 7 o'clock on Friday night. That game will be on necfrontrow.com. And then on Sunday, noon, beginning of a doubleheader, women's soccer taking on Robert Morris. If you want one of these fantastic T-shirts that Coach Teepe is wearing, you will get one of those if you come out on Sunday. And as always, FDUnights.com, that's the place to go for the most up-to-date and the latest information on the FDU women's soccer team.